It's a rat room expansion. You gotta see it. Alright guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to take you along and show you the progress, start to beginning on the rat room expansion, if you will. So it's going to be a little bit long. We're trying to squeeze the whole process of the construction and everything right into one video so you can see it from beginning to end. So I hope you enjoy this. And before we do that, quick shout out to Bane of My Exotics. Really nice logo, man. Really nice. I like it. So without further ado, let's go take a look at what this rat room is going to look like. So this is kind of what it looks like. Just kind of getting started here. Pulled some plywood off of this area and some more plywood to come down. So this, is half a garage that we're going to be converting to the new rat area. We've got our spacer blocks here so we can attach our wall there. And then so far the wall up into the ceiling and extended down between the two garage doors there. So yeah, I mean, this is the start of it. It'll be very different once it's all squared. So you can see here, petition wall is completely done. The door will be over here. It'll swing open that way, and then the rest of this will get cleaned out, but we'll have our bedding and our feed. Probably we have another metal rack like that. We'll go off over here, so we'll have bedding and then a big stack, or maybe just leave it on the pallet for the food to be over there. So you'll walk in, and we have a 10-foot width from here all the way across. Low ceiling here. We're cutting these rafters to go across so that we're 24 on center based on the roof build. Walls are 16 on center. That will be the ventilation opening, so the fan that'll be drawing from the other side will blow out there. We'll have a lot of stuff we're going to go through over time, and all this plywood here is going to come down. We're going to insulate it. That wall, the plywood will go right back up. That'll fix that, and then up here, this little eave, we're going to build the wall that goes all the way up to the new build up top, and that will all be, everything will be plywood. So it'll be insulated, everything will be plywood finish on all the walls, kind of help with the rat proof stuff. But yeah, making headway. So we had some old insulation board that we were using previously. So we just reusing that in some of these bays. So most of the insulation is in. We got some thin foam that's going to go back over there to insulate that, and then it's all going to be covered with plywood. And then we're gonna trim all the corners and joints just so that it's rodent proof. So we're in the process of doing that. That'll come over here as well. And then these are the cutouts for the exhaust fans. So we'll have the one that we currently have. What are the dimensions on these openings?
So this is like 25 by 25, and this is like 19.
So there's a 19-inch one. There's a fan we're looking at that we're going to pick up. So there'll be 2 louvered fans that'll sit here in this space. And this will be a primary exhaust fan, and this will be for extra airflow if it's hot. And they'll run on independent thermostats to regulate them. And outlets and such. The door is installed. And kind of opens. This was a little bit of a fun because if you're not aware, most garage floors are pitched. Well, there's no backstop yet, so Matt hasn't put the backstop on there. But most garage floors are pitched, so you're going to be higher here than you finish here. So basically, the thought with that is if you're cleaning and you're washing the floor or whatever, that stuff will gradually kind of run out. So when we put the racks in here, they're not going to be perfectly level. They're all going to be kind of running on a slight slope. But yeah, it's coming along. Almost there. There's some fun, funky stuff going to be up with those rails to get that closed in. All right, so just stopping over today just to shoot a little footage. It's still, you can tell there's tools all over the place. But just to give you guys a kind of a look here. So these sheets of plywood that you're gonna see here are full length sheets. And so this is gonna be 20 feet from that corner to the front here, full garage height. We had to trim around with a lot of this stuff here. We're gonna have to go back up and really seal up around that stuff, just to keep stuff squared up. We are gonna be covering all the seams with the wood like this, just to kind of help prevent if rodents, we have escapees that they can't get out and chew through, and we will do that all up there as well. So this space, we did it this way because this garage opener was it's gonna be, I don't know if I can even get up here. This ceiling, if we were to continue that, would have been right in the middle. We contemplated trying to build a box, and then the track was, it's angled, and so it just ended up being easier just to, kind of go up and just all the way up here. Got to patch some more stuff, but just go all the way up, follow the ceiling. We got some flashing. We're gonna use some metal here to go around the bracket that seems to be in the wall, and we're gonna form it around the springs, so that'll seal up, and then we'll get some insulation on the like spray foam insulation on it, so it'll be insulated. But yeah, this is it. Got some outlets in places here. Everything's wired in, and then what you see here, this is with the stud here. There's going to be plywood on top, some cross pieces, and our water tubs are going to sit here. And then we have this piece that's going around here as well. We got one drop from the ceiling. There's going to be another one over here that's going to go up, and then some more cross pieces. And we have a couple really big conical, they're like fermenters or whatever, but they're food grade plastic that's going to go up on top here next to this wall, and they'll be, they hold like 25 gallons a piece. We'll have to show you once they're in. There's a dump valve underneath, and then the line where the water will come out will be a little bit higher. So if there is any sediment, there's a place for it to settle, and a quick little valve to dump it out of. So that'll be pretty cool. And then, yeah, and then I know what you're thinking. Wow, way up there, how are you gonna fill it? All that stuff. we have electric valves, and we're basically gonna wire these electric valves inside, you know, so that we can flip a switch and fill up each of the reservoirs. So it'll be pretty cool. So there's definitely gonna be more videos coming. All right, so this room is basically done at this point. It's very echoey in here with all the plywood and stuff. The last piece we have to do are these two openings. These are gonna be our exhaust fans for the rat room. This opening is 25 by 25, and this one is 19 by 19. So we have a 24-inch fan that's already in the shed that'll be relocated over here, and then we're gonna buy a new 18-inch exhaust fan. They'll be louvered on the outside. Both of these openings are gonna be flashed so that they're weather tight, and that will provide the majority of our ventilation. This one here will run, and this will be like, you know, if it gets warm in here, this one will kick on, and they'll be on thermostats and that kind of thing. But the whole room here is insulated with like R13 and R19 insulation. Matt started putting in some sound system here. And then all the joints are, it didn't really need the wood that you see here, but we wanted to put it in there because if we get escapees, we didn't want to give them, you know, at least an easy way to chew through stuff. Right. So we have a door. This is half of a garage. So this is 10 by 20. And then the other side is another 10 by 20 that's over there. There's gonna be some storage over there. Right now it's a mess. But you know, we have our food pallets over there, all our bedding and stuff. We'll back our trailer in, so as we do changes here, it'll go right into the trailer that'll be in a closed garage, which will be critical for keeping smells down for neighbors and that kind of thing. And we'll just kind of go from there. Now this big flashing mess is critically needed. Because these two garage doors, there's one on the other side, and they butted up so close that I couldn't get a 2x4 wall in between them. So this is what we came up with. It is, I wouldn't call it airtight, but it's pretty close. We're gonna get some insulation on the other side, so it's at least insulated. Goes all the way to the ceiling. Came out pretty good for what we had to work with. All in all, came out really nice. You know, I think insulated garage door, so we're thoroughly, yes, that is not electrical approved. We've got some work to do here. We're going to insulate that, and that'll get plywooded, and then there'll be a box that'll sit on the outside when that's all done. So we're not 100% done, but we're getting close, and super excited about what this gives us. Again, concrete floors. They're pitched to the outside, so if there is water leakage, they should pitch out the garage door. Came out really good. One of the things I do want to point out here, though, is we have this overhead shelf and this one right here. So when we look, you know, our wall kind of ends, or our ceiling ends here, and we have the shelf. I'm going to go up this ladder and kind of show you what we're working with and what we're going to do. This little shelf area up here, it's a little short of 3 feet from this peak down here. This is going to be for water tubs and storage. So we're going to have extra bins, that kind of thing, that'll sit up here. Our water buckets will sit up here, so we'll have a good gravity system. This shelf here that you see here, this is also we're gonna have 2 conical containers here. They'll be 20 gallons a piece, 40 gallons. They'll sit in here. And what we're gonna do, which will be the only high-tech part of this area, is we have electronic valves from a brewery system that we had built a while ago. So we're gonna connect the electronic valves will connect to the outside of these 2 containers, or any water tubs that we put up here for that matter too. And then we'll have little electric switches, and they'll be hooked up to a water supply, turn on the water supply, hit the switch to fill the appropriate tub, they'll automatically fill. Flip the switch, shut them off, and kind of be good to go. They'll be up here where it's out of the way a little. It'll be a little warmer, but I don't know. We're pretty excited. We're pretty much done.
Once we get everything moved over, the rodents, I got fans over there that I'm going to be moving over here. We'll mount some up into the ceiling.
Yeah, we did
right on this beam. Well, no, not the beam because of the garage door, but probably right up on one of those seams there. I'll probably put one kind of pipe in this peak.
Yeah, so we have lights that you see there, and then that other quadplex, that is for fans. That'll be on all the time. So we'll be able to plug a timer in there. You know, you put the fans on the timer if needed, or just go ahead and leave them plugged in so they run all the time. So we'll be able to mount fans anywhere in the ceiling, you know, kind of right around in this area here, and they'll plug in. We could run a couple, keep stuff moving, and
then I may, you know, maybe put a couple here just to kind of hit any of the stuff that's back here, kind of one point this way, one point that way, just to get good airflow. Airflow is very important with the rodents.
All right, so we've moved everything in, and just kind of this will be a maternity rack, just kind of holding some stuff. See, I can widen this up. There we go. That's better. So that'll be like a maternity rack. Temporarily, eventually this wall will be filled with essentially like V18s. So this whole wall will be all maternities. We should be able to house around 120 individual containers. And we just moved the stuff in we have. Some of it's, you know, pretty rough. We'll be rebuilding some of these and replacing others as we move along. Still got the fans to be put in. That's supposed to happen in the next week or so. And then just really, you know, got all our breeders colonies in over here. We have 3. This wall will be able to hold 5. So this will be relocated. Some of this stuff will chink down a little bit, and we'll be able to squeeze a couple more in over here. And then we do have a couple fans kind of squared up to circulate air so it doesn't get trapped up there. This will work really, really well. These are the shelves we talked about. That's going to be that's a 20-gallon conical. We got some fittings put on there. That's all going to be plumbed in, and there'll be electronic on-off valves that will allow us to fill it electronically, so we will not be climbing up there. This is all temporary right now. And then the shelf that you saw that's up here has room. We're going to put a couple more over there, so that'll work really good. So far, the only other feature. So right now everything's sealed in, so getting air is tough. So we kind of just 2x4 with some screening. The garage door comes down, closes right on that, and we're good to go. We'll actually, during the summer, we'll have one similar to this, but it'll probably be, 18 inches to 2 feet tall, and we'll have, right now they're just quarter mesh on the outside. We'll also have it on the inside, so anything outside can't get in and anything inside can't get out. At least that's the plan. But there you have it, 10 by 20 rat room expansion. So yeah, it's getting there. Definitely some room to move compared to what Matt was dealing with before. But yeah, it's going to be easier to work in. We're definitely going to be able to probably just about double our capacity of what we're producing now, maybe a little bit more, with some of the efficiencies and stuff will come with a bigger space. But yeah, that's really it. That's the update. There you go. I might come back and do another clip once the fans are in, but I think this is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video.
Alright guys, just wanted to do a little quick update here on the last thing that we put into the garage is the fan. We actually got it in place. Right here you see a piece of plywood that's just covering up the hole for the other fan that we're going to get later on next year when summer rolls around. We don't quite need it for winter. This fan moves quite a bit of air, and we probably won't be using it much either. We're going to get a smaller fan that'll use to draw small amounts of fresh air and keep it smelling good in here and keep that ammonia down for the rodents. So this is, I got a little Wi-Fi outlet for it. There you go. Opens up, works really, really well. And we'll kill it here. And yeah, so the Wi-Fi outlet, I can control it anytime with my phone. So I keep an eye on the temps, I turn it on and off just to keep the smell down in here and keep it cool. And then once it reaches a certain temp, this one will kick on. But yeah, that's it.